I always tell people when it comes to support, and this is the critical item, a lot of couples, again, or formal couples or parents of a child will say, we worked out an arrangement. I'm paying my ex or they're paying me $200 every 2 weeks. We're all set. That means nothing in the eyes of the court. So when that payment stops, there's nothing the court can do to make that individual start to pay you again. That's why it's critical to go through the proper steps. Even if the parties agree to what support should be before the hearing, the domestics officers in the courthouses will take that recommendation and will usually apply that and make that the support payment. But at least in that way, that is then recorded with the court. So should the one party stop paying support, you have grounds to say that they've stopped paying support, this is a violation, how do we make them start paying again? Now, the other good thing is as well, is if they stop paying that support and you've gone through the appropriate channels with the court to have your support payment set up, an individual essentially, if they fall behind, is called in arrears of their child support payments. That money just doesn't magically go away and isn't forgiven after 2 or 3 years. That continues to collect, and that money is always going to be owed to that other person. So it stops the person from saying, I'm going to stop paying. What are they going to do? It keeps them held responsible. And if you go through the court and they stop paying, that money continues to collect. People will often ask me, well, if they can't pay, Frank, what am I going to do about that? Well, you're not on an island in that situation. There are systems set up where Pennsylvania does have communications with the federal government. And while that's important is because they tie into the IRS systems. So if a parent is behind on support payments and the IRS is aware of that, if that individual receives a tax refund, that money is going to get redirected to the parent who's owed back support. So the moral of the story is, that's great. If you have an individual who's paying you support and you guys have reached out a perfect situation with the amount, perfect. I'm not going to change that support amount, but let's get it into the court system. Let's make sure it's recorded. Let's make sure your domestics officer knows the arrangement, everything's written. That way, should those payments stop, you have grounds to go back and try to recoup those funds.